Hi, my name is Clint Cooley. I'm with Votronics Premier here in Allen, Texas. We're a 21-year-old organization. We do contract manufacturing of all types. I personally have been in the industry for 30 years in contract manufacturing and engineering services and design. So I've got a lot of experience and a track record since the 90s with this type of business, and just want to say that we're very happy to be partnering with MacroFab, a truly innovative platform. What sold us on the MacroFab platform is the fact that a lot of contract manufacturers are tied up very extensively in capital, and that capital is primarily for customer material, which is a turnkey operation. We buy the material typically and then do the assembly of the circuit boards. MacroFab solves that for us in a large way by supplying all of the components and necessary tooling for that matter for every job. What that allows us to do, we have traditional customers, of course, but what that allows us to do with the MacroFab partnership is to divert capital to new equipment acquisitions, new personnel, technicians that's needed to continue to expand our capabilities and keep up with technologies. Also, I must say that the one-stop shop business model and the cloud manufacturing that MacroFab has employed and come up with is actually realized. That's been talked about for 30 years, companies trying to do that, but the technology wasn't quite right, and no one's really ever accomplished that before MacroFab. So we're really sold on that aspect of it. I think that's what drew us initially to the platform. Well, what we've been able to achieve since we're using the MacroFab platform, outside of a great partnership with a truly innovative model that MacroFab has, we've also been able to leverage the platform to actually modify some of our own internal, I would call them work instructions, to more sync up with the MacroFab, because for manufacturing, that's very key. It's all about documentation. My background is in military electronics initially, so documentation is key, work instructions. MacroFab has captured and distilled that information in one platform where everything that we need, from work instructions to actually CAM models, circuit automated manufacturing models, that help our technicians plan out, schedule the jobs, execute our own internal work instructions. That's critical because in this industry, really, it's a very detailed process for assembling a circuit board. There's different technologies. MacroFab has a lot of that work already done for us. So when we do pre-production on jobs with our project managers and our process engineers, MacroFab has already done that. So we're actually collaborating as a partner with them with some very complete data package that you don't oftentimes see just from a regular OEM. What's exceeded our expectations since we've been working with MacroFab is the level of support from the MacroFab project managers. They are truly a great group of people within the organization, all very experienced, all very eager to help. We have one common goal in mind, and that's to get a perfect product for the MacroFab customer. And the PMs are really on board with that. They offer any type of assistance that our managers, our project managers internally here at Votronics need. And so that partnership building, if you will, really has exceeded our expectations since working with MacroFab. What surprised us the most about working with MacroFab has really been what I consider their intellectual property, and that's what I call the dashboard. The customer sees one thing, us as a partner see another end of the dashboard, but it's very comprehensive. Also, the quality of the internal metrics that I know that MacroFab tracks via the dashboard with their partners is extremely robust. What that helps in is it results in a better product for the MacroFab customer, and it gives the MacroFab partner the tools that we need to provide that perfect product for the customer on a consistent basis. What would I tell someone who's considering doing business with MacroFab? Well, there's 2 points to that. First of all, from a customer standpoint, an OEM, I've actually referred prospects that I've engaged with to MacroFab directly as opposed to engaging them with them outside of the platform. There's a tremendous benefit to the OEM customer utilizing MacroFab's platform because they can track it from the beginning to the end. That's something that you don't typically see at a regular contract manufacturer. Usually you're having to call whoever your contact is. Hey, where's my job at? What's the status? MacroFab takes that away with a lot of their dashboard and also their added layers of interaction with the customer. For a partner, the process to become a partner is challenging. It's very rigorous interview, if you will, making sure the quality, the equipment the partner has is sufficient for MacroFab. But the benefits to a company partner doing business with MacroFab, I would call them very impactful, because the business model that MacroFab has created and has successfully executed on, the cloud manufacturing model, is really, I think, the way a lot of companies are going to start adopting so far as OEMs. I think it'd be very difficult for a competitor to create that. But from an OEM standpoint that's looking for a contract manufacturer, it makes a lot of sense at this point in time. And so I really think that is going to grow and become much more widely accepted. If there's one word I could use to describe our experience with MacroFab, I'd have to say revolutionary. And I mean that. I think it's really changing the customer experience in our industry. I've been in the industry for 30 years, and a lot of companies have liked to say that they're one-stop shop. MacroFab is truly a one-stop shop for the customer. They've put together a great network of partners, and they've created an internal platform that helps enable their customers to go from A to Z on a project and really execute on it properly. So that, in my knowledge, has not been done before. Our business has been impacted by working with MacroFab really in a way that we're able to perform more efficiently and scale. Working with the MacroFab support team as an extension of our operations, that really provides us the extra resources to continue to grow our business. If I had to choose one, I guess you'd call it the favorite feature of the MacroFab platform and how it's made our working easier, I'd have to say the CAM and modeling data that is provided, and really the documentation control. My background is in military electronics, and documentation is everything. But really, documentation is everything, even in commercial applications. You have to have the right work instructions to do the job properly for the customer. MacroFab, really, with their platform, has created something where that's all in one place. It's accessible to us. Also, on top of that, MacroFab project managers and engineering are always available to us if we have questions or concerns. So that's really a humongous benefit that I've seen from the platform. If I had it on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely would I be to recommend MacroFab's products and services to other potential partners? I would say a 12. If you look at the business model, the concept, the platform, it's, as I mentioned earlier, it's revolutionary. And I think there's a 360 win for MacroFab and the partners, not to mention the customer, the OEM customer. One of the stories of success that, really wouldn't have been possible without engaging with MacroFab and their platform is we did a job a few months back that was utilizing some existing technologies, but in a new way. And it was very challenging, mechanically especially. And we had to work very closely with MacroFab to problem solve. As a shop that's been around for 20 years, sometimes you don't always have the opportunities to think outside the box, but this project really challenged us. And, it really renewed our shop's commitment to take on those challenging jobs and solve in a creative way. We could not have done that, though, without MacroFab's engineering team. And they actually came up to our facility from Houston and sat with us for several days to help us work through this challenging assembly. And that's something that you would not have gotten really from necessarily a standard OEM relationship. So that was really additional resources, additional brain power, if you will, and MacroFab really helped pull us through that as a true partner. If I was to be talking to the entire MacroFab team and something that I think I would comment or say about MacroFab's product or business, first I would just want to say thank you to all the MacroFab team, and I want to say thank you for allowing us to be a partner and part of that team. I think you're creating a truly winning model for both partners and MacroFab.